Hi, my name is Josh Arl from IGOtimes.com. This is a new interactive website, one of which you're more than welcome to ask me questions on, hopefully monthly or weekly or however long I can scrounge up some time to get to. I'm going to have cool tutorials. Today's tutorials is going to be about torque converters, the magical unicorn of an automatic transmission. Now, hopefully these lessons, I gotta tell you, going through school, I myself was not the best student in the world, okay? Half the time, you listen to Ben Stein going, Bueller, Bueller. Yeah, oh my gosh, it felt like half the time I got sacked by the water boy. I'm waking up, somebody smacking me in the face, going, oh, who did? Who did? Anyway, my name is Josh Arl. I look forward to spending the next few minutes with you, and I'll be back in just a second. Stick around.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire. Ooh.
Today, torque converters. Alright? What is a torque converter? A torque converter is something that actually takes the place of a clutch inside of an automatic transmission. It's something that's able to disengage the engine from the transmission, as well as be able to transfer power from the engine to the transmission at a particular time. Alright, here we go. Here's the torque converter right here, in essence. As you can see, here's the rear of the torque converter. You have bolts, pieces that are welded, solid pieces of steel that are welded and have threads in them. These actually bolt to what most people call a flywheel. In an automatic transmission, it's called a flex plate. These actually bolt to the flex plate of your car's engine. And so for every one revolution of your car's engine, you're going to get one revolution of the torque converter. Now, torque converters are usually welded together solid. Okay? I'm going to take this one apart, but usually they're not. They're welded completely solid. All the way around here, there's a bead that runs all the way around here of weld, and these are not serviceable. The only way that you can service these things is by replacing them. Alright, so let's take apart a converter. First off, the very top side of the converter. As you can see, it's got a bunch of fins and an intricate web, and all the fins, if you'll notice, are facing one way. This is the top part. Some people actually call this part the pump. The correct name for it is actually called the impeller. You know, and how I remember that is if you're going to impale somebody, it's like you're going to take or jousting, you're impaling somebody with something. Well, this is actually going to be the part that impales fluid inside of your torque converter. Okay, fluid comes in here, and this is the part that slings it. This is the part that pumps it out. This is the part that throws it. This is the part that without this, and if this was ever messed up, you would have nothing. Okay, this is your heart right here. This is what pumps everything around. Impeller. Remember, impaling things. Okay? Next part is actually called your stator. I'm not going to get into your stator right now because of the fact of time. If you want to learn more and you want to go through a complete lesson of how a torque converter works, go to IGOtimes.com. Anyway, this is your stator. This part right here is called your turbine. If you'll look, your turbine has a whole other set of fins inside of it. They happen to actually go the exact opposite way of your impeller. The turbine, when it's sitting in here, works just like a pinwheel does. Now, I went to Walmart or around this town trying to find a dadgum pinwheel. They're not available. Now, you can buy a screensaver that's got a frickin' pinwheel going like that on your screensaver, but you cannot find one in real life for somebody's for like a little kid's bike or anything. Anyway, okay, here's basically what it is. The fan is going to be our impeller, okay? Remember, the impeller is actually turned by the engine, right? The faster the impeller turns, the more and more fluid inside of a torque converter that gets pushed out. Now, in this case, we're going to use a fan and a pinwheel. So, going over again, the fan part is going to be the impeller. The impeller is coupled to the engine. Alright? So, we can also vary the speeds, just like our electric fan here. Alright? The electric fan is right there. I've got a pinwheel right here. I'm sitting here holding my pinwheel. If I turn the fan on low speed, fan blows. So what's going to happen to the pinwheel? Well, hopefully, it'll start to turn, even on low speed. Now, it's not going to turn that fast. Alright? But the faster the speeds are, if I put it on medium, the pinwheel's going to turn even faster. If I push it on high, it's going to really start getting it. Alright? Now, the pinwheel actually works exactly like the turbine here. Alright? The turbine is our pinwheel. The only difference being is that the turbine is connected to the input shaft. Right through here, whenever you put a torque converter in, you feel it go click, click, click. One of the clicks that you're feeling is the splines going into the turbine. Alright? So, turbine's right here, and instead of using air, like in a fan and a pinwheel situation, you use automatic transmission fluid. So, I've got your impeller right here. The faster the impeller takes fluid and slings it into, the turbine right here, the faster the turbine is going to spin. Now, once again, what's the turbine attached to? Right, the input shaft of the transmission. So, the input shaft of the transmission then will start to turn. Okay? Once again, since the fins are going opposite ways, it's going to redirect the fluid into these fins and cause this to turn. Now, if we were looking back at our drawing here, our pinwheel is connected to the input shaft. So therefore, when this pinwheel turns, the input shaft turns. Right? So when we're at a stop light, then we can take this fan, turn it on low, and because it takes too much power to actually turn the wheels, like when you're sitting at a stop sign and your brakes are on, the engine itself is not turning fast enough to throw enough fluid from the impeller into the turbine, or the fan is not spinning fast enough to blow air into our pinwheel to have anything to move. That's how you can sit still at a stop sign and your engine doesn't die. Whereas in a clutch, if you have it in gear and you let it up on a clutch, then the engine dies. Okay? This actually works well for making sure you can stop at a stop sign. Alright? So, short synopsis of how a torque converter works. The main components are your impeller and your turbine. If you have any other questions, feel free to go to IGOtimes.com. My name is Josh Arl, and I will see you later. Thanks for listening. Bye.